And glazed porcelain tiles is strictly cannot polish.
How about the hardiness of the tiles? Like let's say Italy versus the other region.
Is that what is the gap for?
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. We are in Hafari, one of the largest tile shop in Singapore. I'm excited to be here because it feels like a paradise. We all know that there are many types of flooring we can choose from. So in this episode, we would like to elaborate more on the different types of tiles. So we do have 4 topics for today. First one will be how to differentiate if the tiles can be laid on the wall or floor. Second, porcelain, ceramic, and homogeneous tiles and their properties. Third, does the country of origin of tiles matters? And the last question will be challenges of laying the different types of tiles. So let me introduce the guests for today, Joey and Jocelyn.
Hello P. Hello
Hi.
Jocelyn. Welcome to Hafari. I'm Joey from Hafari.
So the first question will be how to differentiate if the tiles can be laid on the wall or floor.
Generally for the walls, you can use ceramic or porcelain tiles, whereas for floor, only porcelain is suitable. This is because for porcelain tiles, they are fired at a relatively higher in temperature, resulting a denser and more compact body, and they are more heavy duty as well. So you can use them for any location like indoor or outdoor, heavy duty area like carport as well.
So Joey, how do we know that in the showroom, right, the differences in ceramic and porcelain tiles?
At Hafari, you can differentiate these two materials by reading our price label. Whether they are ceramic or porcelain, we have indicated the information on our price tag. So you, from reading the price label, you know that you are looking at whether they are ceramic or porcelain tiles.
So actually it's quite good. It's quite a clear reference for clients also, right?
Yes, we try to put up as much info as possible on the price tag.
Right.
Yeah, so you can find all the related information from our price label. Anything not sure, you can always check with our staff.
Right.
Yes.
So the second question is the differences between porcelain, ceramic, and homogeneous tiles and their properties.
Okay, so for ceramic tiles and porcelain tiles, the difference is the raw material, the clay. For ceramic tiles, they are usually white body or red body. And for ceramic tiles, they are lighter in weight, more affordable price. And also the design-wise, you can see a lot of interesting designs and colors, usually from ceramic tiles. And for porcelain, there are mainly 2 types of them. One is the glazed porcelain tiles, and the other one is full body homogeneous. And
So what is this difference? What is the difference of this?
glazed porcelain tiles, there's a layer of glazing on the surface.
Okay.
So the designs are all printed on the surface. And whereas for homogeneous tiles or porcelain tiles, homogeneous tiles basically is describing the tiles from surface to body. They are all homogeneous throughout. So in this industry, full body porcelain tiles, they are also called as homogeneous tiles as well. Just in case someone comes to you and tell you that, I don't want porcelain, I want homogeneous tiles.
Right.
I think you probably get this question a lot as well.
Yes.
Actually, homogeneous tiles, they are made by porcelain. Yeah, it's just for porcelain, we have full body compressed, surface to body, they are all same throughout. So if you happen to chip off, the base color is similar to the surface. So, in case you chip off, it's not so obvious. Whereas for glazed porcelain tiles, the design is only printed on the surface. So the design is not penetrate throughout. So if you happen to chip off, the base is different from the surface.
But with these properties, right, this full body, does it mean it's more pricey?
For glazed porcelain tiles, okay, the difference between glazed porcelain and full body porcelain is, for full body porcelain tiles, the designs is very limited. Yeah, so we do not have a lot of designs and patterns. It's always more like a stone looking or a little bit of marble looking. And whereas for glazed porcelain tiles, because with this advanced printing technology, you can find different kind of design from glazed porcelain. And because of the material itself, they are more heavy duty. So you can use them for any location like indoor, outdoor, kitchen, toilet, wall and floor. Any location also can. Yeah, so, and also the designs as well. With the advanced printing technology, you can find all sorts of different design and patterns.
Any concepts you can actually find the right tiles, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Like wood look-alike design, marble look-alike design, granite look-alike, anything. Yeah. can find a lot of interesting design from porcelain tiles,
Right.
or even ceramic as well.
I have
Yeah.
one question. So for like the full body porcelain tiles, right? Is it that we can do a polishing or things like that?
Pertaining to these questions, when it comes to whether or not the tiles can be polished or not, my advice to my customer, it's always try not to polish it. But of course, the reason why they want to polish it is because they want to have a seamless joint. After they
Yes.
put the epoxy grout, then they
Yes.
polished it, then you don't see the grouting, and it looks beautiful, right? But when you want to do polishing, the tiles compressed and already made into this finish, we try to keep the original as it is. But if you want to polish, then we don't know after polish what may be triggered, like shades variations, the colors start to change, that kind, we don't know. Or we also need to get someone, you also need to get someone who have experience to manage this in order to have the good result. If they over polished it, and then they will also lead to another problem. And glazed porcelain tiles is strictly cannot polish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if not the design, the patterns will be gone, right?
That's right, that's right. And some of our polished full body porcelain tiles, you can see from the side.
Okay.
There is two different tones.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that is because they added some pigment and they compressed it before they go through the polishing. So the color has some different shade between the tiles surface and also the body. So when you select the kind of tiles and you want to go through the process of polishing, I will encourage you to get a sample from us. Ask your polisher to try
Right.
to polish it
Right.
before you go for the installation and polishing after that.
Okay. So the third question will be, does the country of origin of tiles matters?
The difference between European tiles and Asian tiles can be summarized into two main categories as the budget and also the design. Okay, so for Asian tiles, they are more affordable compared to the European tiles. And this actually can be a good option for those who are having a budget. Secondly, in terms of design, European tiles are known for their interesting design, especially the tiles from Italy. They often offer unique patterns and designs and artistic touches that add a touch into elegance and also luxury into any space. Yeah. So if you are looking for a budget-friendly tiles, you can look for the tiles from Malaysia or China. Their prices are more affordable. And the design-wise and the quality-wise, they are also good in quality. And that actually makes the tiles like more value for money as well.
About value, right? How about the hardiness of the tiles? Like let's say Italy versus the other regions.
Okay, so when it comes to the quality itself, the material that we bring in from China or Malaysia, they already have the minimum required in terms of the quality. Yeah, so all these tiles has been tested before they produce or after they produce, it's already been tested. So we only work with selective brand. Yeah, to bring in this material. So even though they are from China, Malaysia, the price is lower, but the quality is still good.
Right. Okay.
So this is the difference between, I can say that for difference between the Asian tiles and also the European tiles. Yeah, but when it comes to design, if you want to have something more interesting, for Italian tiles, I feel that they have a lot of better inspiration when it comes to detailing. They are always better than any other countries. In otherwise, some countries produce something similar, but you can tell the detailing is not as good as those from Italy.
Right.
And like, what's the price range for European and those
Other regions.
other regions?
So for price range wise, the Italian tiles, the price can be from about maybe $550 to $20 per square foot.
Okay.
depending
As
on
much
the
as a marble floor.
depending
can be,
on the
right?
collections
Okay.
and depending on the size as well. And whereas for the China, Malaysia, the price can be as low as about 240 to maybe about $5 to $6 for the bigger formats. Yeah.
So the fourth question will be the challenges of laying the different types of tiles.
When it comes to challenges of laying the tiles, I think for the smaller size, standard size, 30-30, 30-60, and 60-60, I think those are quite standard already. And I believe the tiler, they already know what to do with this kind of size.
Right.
But when it comes to any sizes that is bigger than this standard size, like 60 and 120 cm, and also large format like 1.2 by 2.8 meter kind of slab size, that will require maybe more labor to do the installation. You will have to get someone who has experience to manage this kind of big format, and the labor cost will be higher as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the things that need to take note. So far, have you encountered any issue installing big format of tiles?
I think there's one common question from clients is that what is the gap for?
The gap between the tiles, we always recommend around 3 to 5 mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so to determine whether they are 3 mm or 5 mm, that is depending on the areas. Like for indoor, minimum still 2 to 3 mm. Because sometimes I understand, like when you tell customer 3 to 5 mm, usually they were like, huh? So big.
Yep.
Okay, so, but this is good is because you need to leave the joint for expansion and contraction.
Yep.
Yeah, so leaving a sufficient joint will help to manage this, like to prevent, any popping issue in the future. And also leaving sufficient joint is also help to levering between the tiles. Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah, if it's 3 mm is too big, but I think minimum still need to go for at least 2 mm. Yeah, being small size or big format, this is the recommended joint.
Okay.
Okay, so like for some tiles, right, they have a lot of variation or like some patterns. So can we choose like exactly I want this variation and that variation out of like maybe the 10 variation that you all have in a set? Yeah.
Okay, the answer is no. You cannot choose. You cannot choose. All these tiles, they are produced into different variation is because they want to have the intricate design. They want to have an interesting design because they are supposed to random lay it rather than choose that same pattern. And I have encountered a site call me and say that they want to replenish certain design. They purchase a high variations pattern of tiles, but they want to replenish only that particular design. We can't choose for you is because the tiles when we import in, they already random pack into boxes. So we also don't know what is inside the box. So the design you want, actually we also don't know where to find that piece for you. So my advice to the customer is when you receive the material from our company at site, always open 1 to 2 boxes, do a mini dry lay, put them on the floor and orientate the design a little bit and communicate this with the owner so that at least they all understand that the design that is going to be has this variation. So by the time when they have any comment, they can share with you. Rather than, you just go ahead and install, then after that, the owner can tell you that, oh, this is not what I want. Communication is very important.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do agree.
Okay, that's the end of episode 6. Please follow us on 7. Bye.